What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another episode of this series where I rate your squads. So if you guys want me to rate your squads and give you guys tips on how to improve your squads, tweet me on Twitter with a picture of your squad at DBGYT_. Make sure you follow me there, as well as tweeting me with the hashtag RateMyTeam. So anyway, we've got 10 squads right here. I think we got a little bit more this week than we did last week. I think we had something like 26 total squads, so I did manage to get over a third of them. Apologies if your squad was not selected. And also, if you could do what this guy did, no money spent, got 275k, like a full-on description of what's needed, because that will help me out a lot as well. So anyway, no money spent, got 275k, and in diamond token board. Willing to sell anyone. I like to have clamps players who can hit wide open, and with my guards and centers run pick and roll / pop. There's a mismatch post up with the Busher and Dio. Okay, let me have a look. Man, using Brian Russell while on the diamond board is a bold move, but I'm not gonna say it's a wrong move. I do really like that card. I think Fat Lever maybe instead of Kyle Lowry, but Kyle Lowry's really good. I like Sam Perkins, I like Al Horford, I like DL and Bailey Hell, I like the Busher, I like Russell. Man, I like this team. I'm trying to think what cards aren't too expensive that you can get. Maybe Sleepy for Kyle Lowry. Sleepy Floyd. Better shooter than Kyle Lowry, does a lot of things better, but again, at the end of the day, Kyle Lowry's not that much worse, so man, this is a close one. This is 7.9 to an 8 point. Probably an 8.2 out of 10. Yeah, I'll go 8.2. For an 8.2 out of 10 team, for the price you paid for it, man, considering this is pretty much a free team apart from Houston, it's really, really great. I think a couple of weeks' time, it's probably going to be time to replace Houston, but for right now, he's fantastic. Then we have got this squad right here. Just rate my team. Okay, I have no idea how much MT you have. I have absolutely no idea what your token situation is. Okay, so let me just go and look at this team. So Peyton and Kidd, 2 good point guards. Jordan, unless you have locked in for Jerry West, sell Michael Jordan. He is not good. Christie's really good. Get rid of Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is way better than Kawhi. I'm going to say that right now. Heck, you get Diamond Paul George from Jordan's price. I don't play the same position. Heck, start Paul George to 2. He's better than Jordan. I have a weird feeling you have Jerry West locked in if you have Kareem. Sell Kareem. Like, this team, again, is like an 8. A solid 8 out of 10. It's a value-wise a 1 out of 10. There are so many improvements you can make to this squad that would cost very, very little. Like, Bailey Hell, Dio are fine. Giannis is fine. Ray Allen's nice to have at the end of the bench. Doug Christie's perfect. Your point guard situation's fine. Trying to think, who do you have locked in? You don't have anyone good locked in for Peyton because Ben Wallace is garbage. LeBron's awful. Like, sell LeBron, sell Kawhi, sell Kareem, sell Jordan, and just rebuild. Keep a couple of 100k just sitting there. And I'm trying to even think who to play at the 2. Again, the 2 guard position is a tough one. Like, Kobe's so much better, but I wouldn't even go for Kobe. Like, you can probably get a Manu there who's way better than Jordan, and he'll probably have his price will probably hold a little bit more. As well as that, for Kareem, Kristaps is way better than Kareem. Kristaps is way, way better than Kareem. Yeah, I'd say they're the kind of switches to make. Or even, again, just start Paul George to 2. That's probably the easiest thing you can do. And instead of Kawhi Leonard and LeBron, you can sell both of them and replace them with, I don't know, maybe just get Dave the Busher if you're on that board. Better than both of them by a mile. This team's not a bad team. Horrible value. And then we've got this team right here. Have 320k, run 5 epic and pops, working an all-time dom. Don't know which Evo to give Damon when he gets a diamond. I have no idea which Evo to give him as well. I am full on, like, in confusion which Evo to give him. The shooting Evo makes him a god tier shooter, but the defensive Evo gives him clamps. It's a really tough choice. Okay, so let me have a look at this team. Scal's not bad, but I would play Scal at the 4 and the Busher at the 3. It means the Busher's more of a mismatch problem in the post, and he's also more likely to be guarding someone better. The Busher's a better defender. Kristaps, big fan. Kabengele, a god. Reggie Williams a beast. Sleepy Floyd the 2 is great. Damon Stoudemire. I don't like him at Ruby, but you know what? You're evaling him up. It's fine. Ruby Free is good. Kerry Kittle is good at the 2. I would start Reggie Williams instead of Scalabrini. Or the... Nah, you don't have to do that because the Busher can guard point guards. I was about to say, I was like, could the... I play the Busher at the 3 and put the Busher on the opposing team's point guard. And put Ruby Free on the cone. Kerry Kittle is their other defender. On their other somewhat good offensive player. And throw Brian Scalabrini as a power forward. Then off the bench, you've got 3 Silver Clamps players and 2 shooters. So I think this team's structured perfectly. This is a 7.5 out of 10. This is a good team. I like to drive and kick, rim run, have 32k. Is that enough? It's all like, again, 32k will always be able to make you a competitive squad. I will say there has never been a stage in my team where you could not make a competitive squad for 32,000 MT. Let me have a look. Sleepy Floyd, Paul George, Kawhi duo. The duo is fine. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Kawhi, but I don't mind that duo together. Luis Scola, I hate Scola, I'm going to say that now, but some people love the card. And Kristaps. Kristaps is objectively good. James Silas, Kerry Kittles, Diao, Giannis, and Boban. Oh, get rid of one of, like, man, there's just not enough shooting on that bench right there. Like, I understand having Boban. He actually does fit a role. But put a shooting center at the end of your bench. Like, don't just use Boban and have him there just kind of on an island. If someone's able to just paint sit on Boban but you can't score post hooks, it's kind of game over. Just give me any old shooting center. Heck, put in my Emerald Myers Leonard 3 tokens at the end of the bench. Tom Sanders does not fit a purpose. Lillard's fine, but there's no point having 2 of your last 3 as point guards. I'm guessing the OP is the giant 6'8" point guard, and it's fine keeping him in your team. But then I'd get rid of Lillard. Make sure you put a shooting center as one of your last year on the end of your bench. And you've got clamps. I'd probably put I don't know, you've got decent looking defensive lineups, and you can manipulate matchups so you're okay. But I definitely will put even an Emerald Myers lineup. But this team is... This is a 7 out of 10 team. This is a team that... this is probably 6.5 out of 10. This is a team that if I saw, I'm pretty sure I'd beat them. There would be no, like, worry if I came up against this team. Whereas there's a lot of teams where I'd just be kind of worried coming up against. Okay. This team right here. I like to run and either take the dunk or kick to an open 3. Also like to run pick and pop. Have about 20k to work with. I'm willing to make any changes. Just started, so that's why your level is so low. Okay, I'm guessing you just opened a bunch of packs. How did you just open a bunch of packs and get Wilkes, Kawhi, Kukoc without going up a level? I don't get it. Either way though, I like your point guard situation. I like Patty Mills. I like Mo Cheeks. I like Jamal Wilkes. I don't like Jamal Wilkes and Kawhi Leonard together, but you also have got Tony Allen on your bench for defense. I would get rid of one of Cook. I would honestly, this would be a teardown job, not gonna lie. I don't mind the team, I actually don't. Lambeer is not worth his price anymore. Lambeer is barely better than Emerald Myers Leonard for me. He can't guard him inside, no one can rebound, and he doesn't shoot as well. Luis Scola is not worth the MT he's going for. Like, if you can go and sell a Scola and replace him with a Diao, like, that card is way, way better. Patty Mills, Mo Cheeks, they're fine, especially for starter players. For what it is, for the price, this team is like a 7 out of 10. Although overall, this is like a 4.5 out of 10. But for just starting out the game, a 4.5 out of 10 isn't that bad, because there's a lot of people would start off the game and make a 1 out of 10 squad. This is a moderately good squad. 21 delay, pick and pop. I'm looking to upgrade your big man. Casey Jones? Ugh. Just get Mo Cheeks. If you want a defensive point guard, just get Mo Cheeks, not Casey Jones. That card. I don't mind Terrell Brandon. Terrell Brandon's good on offense. He doesn't play much defense though. Paul George, Bailey Howe, I like. Kukoc, I like. I like Cash. I prefer Cat now than I did pre-stick patch. I could not hit a shot with him before. He's not half bad now. I like Smiths and Porzingis. I like Reggie Williams. I like Brian Russell. Okay. You kind of redeemed yourself. This is not a terrible team. It's not a good team. It's not absolutely terrible. You redeemed yourself because after seeing Casey Jones, I was worried that it was going to be worse than the previous team, which was just a guy who just started the game. But no, this team is looking okay. There's a few players that I do really like in this team. I really like Bailey Howell. I'm a big fan of the 2 defensive wings on your bench who can make up for Terrell Brandon's lack of defense. Terrell Brandon can run that team on offense, and you got 2 giants in there. On your starters, you've got 2 very good defenders. I would get rid of Casey Jones. Like, you've got 16 tokens. Heck, Bobby Jackson's better than Casey Jones. You're on the Ruby board. If you can somehow manage to get to the Amethyst board and get yourself a Ruby free, he's a god. I'm trying to think who else there is in terms of tokens. Oh, I don't even know. Pay the 3 KMT from Ocheeks and you'll be fine. You'll be fine once you pay that 3 or 4 KMT. But yeah, this team's it's a 6 out of 10, but it's not awful. Again, 6 is like, I've never given a 10 out of 10 squad. I've never given a squad a 10 out of 10. 5 out of 10 is average. This team is slightly above average. Run Pistons playbook, pick and roll, pick and pop, paint, mash, corner, kick out. What? Oh, spam square. Any suggestions? No money spent, by the way. Okay, let me have a look at this team. Okay. I like this team. I'm gonna say that now. You got 2 elite defenders in your starting lineup who can both match up to the guards. If I were you, I would match Houston up to a power forward and put Bailey Howell probably on a secondary ball handler and Paul George on the primary ball handler. That's just only if a team has 2 primary ball handlers on the floor. Sleepy Floyd, Doug Christie, Sean Elliott, DeBuscher, Sam Perkins. I like this. 1 non-clamps player in the whole lineup, and it's Sean Elliott. You can always hide one. Alright, obviously centers don't have clamps, but you got shooters, you got defenders, you got rebounders. You got Lanier in there in case you want to play bully ball. You got a sniper in Kelly Chapuka. I like this team. I really like this team. I don't think it's that good. It's not bad. This is a 7.5 out of 10. 7.6 out of 10. Your starting lineup is like a 9 out of 10. Your bench is probably a... I don't know, I'm going to give it an 8. Your bench is about a 7. Your starting lineup's a 9. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. You got one of the best 2 guys in the game. You got one of the best power forwards in the game. One of the best centers. You know what? I don't know why I was so hard saying this is a 7. This is like an 8.5. I was way too harsh with this squad. I don't know why I initially gave that one a 11. This is a really, really good team. Okay. So, looking at this team right here. Starting off, how many teams do we have left? So, this is our second last team. I zoomed in on this one. So, mainly run kick out for 3s. Got the new Dame and didn't really play him. Bought 2 Brandon Royce for 100k right in the pack strap, thinking you'd make around 150k. Ended up losing 50k. Any suggestions? Don't want to sell Kobe. Big fan. Okay. That's fine. Kobe's good enough that you don't have to sell him if you don't want to. Defense on the bench is very lacking. You got 3 non-clamps players there. Your only moderately good defender is Dio. Offensively, that's fine. Ray Allen's fantastic. Patty Mills does a job. I just would get rid of... To be honest, I would get rid of... Is there someone you put in for Kukoc? If you can, you have 146 tokens. You might as well work up to the Amethyst tier and get yourself a DeBuscher. Assuming you can. DeBuscher in for Kukoc makes his team a lot better. Your starting lineup's fine. Again, I'm not the biggest Damon Stoudemire fan. And I think I keep calling him Damon Jones. I think in my last video I called him both Damon Jones and Amari Stoudemire. But Damon Stoudemire is... He's good. He is good. No range. Again, if you happen to be on that Amethyst board and you can get a World Be Free, who's even better, I put him in the squad. I don't know what token level you're on. But your Kobe, KD, Bailey, Kristaps, don't worry about that. They are perfect 2 through 5. Don't worry about Barstow or Rick Smiths. They are perfectly good. I was kind of iffy on some of the other players. This is a 7 out of 10 team. It's a 7 out of 10, but a solid 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10 is not bad. 7 out of 10 is above average. Starting lineup is upgraded badges. I mean, I kind of need to know the specific upgraded badges. Like, again, I don't know what badges Isaiah Thomas upgrades, but like, for example, if that's a gold range extender Isaiah Thomas versus a Hall of Fame flashy passer Isaiah Thomas. I just don't know what. I know Manu Ginobili can get upgraded clamps, but what's it upgraded to? Is it silver clamps? Is it Hall of Fame clamps? What's the story of Manu? But yeah, so Isaiah Thomas, Manu, Bailey Howell, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kristaps Porzingis. Okay, let me have a look. Gus, Christie, Ariza, Tate. I like Tatum. I like Tatum more than most people do, and Alonzo Mourning. I would get this Alonso Mourning guy out of your squad fast. I would get him out of the squad fast. I don't think he's good. Replacing him, it's hard to tell who to replace. Heck, Rick Smits is better. Rick Smits is better. I like Ariza. I like these two. I like both of these. Are they both good enough to be on a squad like this? Maybe not, but they do a job. They both have bronze clamps. You've got 3 guys with at least bronze clamps. You've got 4 guys with at least bronze clamps in your starters. This team is a lot better than it looks on paper. I like this team. This is an 8 out of 10. This is an 8 out of 10. So anyway, that is it. That is the last team. Again, no really bad teams. We did see one starter team with a guy who was on level 1. And you know what? He had a team where he could go into Unlimited. Like, you give me that team, I'm pretty confident I can still win at least 50% of the game. So that was the worst team we saw. So a lot of good squads are right here. And a big, big thank you again for everyone for sending in their squads. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.